Are you trying to figure out whether you should build your own website or hire someone? Are you worried you'll waste money hiring someone or waste months trying to do it yourself? If so, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll walk you through what DIY really involves, what you get when you hire a designer, the hidden costs of both options, and how to know which path makes the most sense for your business. Hey, I'm Adam Willingham. I help service-based businesses get clear websites that build trust and bring in more leads. And I understand this decision because I've been on both sides of it. When I was starting out building my own websites, even though I'm design savvy, it was still brutal. So today I want to help you make a clear decision without second guessing yourself. Your website needs to do 4 things. First, it needs to look professional. Second, it needs to explain what you do. Third, it needs to build trust. And fourth, it needs to bring in business. That's why the DIY versus hire decision feels stressful. You're not choosing a tool, you're choosing how much time, energy, and money that you're willing to invest. When I started out building websites, I spent hours tweaking colors, fixing links, resizing images, and trying to make everything work on mobile. Even Squarespace could get frustrating. Then I tried WordPress and it was way harder. Every time that I thought the site was done, something else was broken. So let's talk about what DIY actually involves. DIY sounds as simple as pick a template, add your words, hit publish. But the reality is you're making decisions about a ton of things. The platform, the layout, the navigation, the copy, the calls to action, hosting, fonts, colors, mobile settings, on and on and on. It's like planning a wedding when you've never thrown a dinner party. Many business owners start excited and then they freeze halfway through. And they run into some common problems like they don't know what pages they need. They don't know what the home page is supposed to do, and so forth. DIY isn't bad, but it's almost never as fast or stress-free as people think. Now compare that with what happens when you hire the right designer. Good web design isn't just about making things pretty. There's a whole lot more to an effective website. A strong web designer helps with clear messaging, page structure, user flow, trust building, call to action, and mobile experience, just to name a few. Now with my one-day website process, all you have to do is tell me a little bit about your business, explain to me what you want your website to look like or some websites that you love, and provide me with your logo and maybe some images, then I build your website for you. And I get it done in a single dedicated design day. Now when it comes to the message of the website, I have a website writing guide that gives you prompts on how to use AI to craft your message. You hand me your message, then I use that to build your custom website around that message. And I do have an upgrade where I actually write the copy for you so you don't have to do that part at all. Or you can just use my DIY writing guide and do it yourself to save some money. When I craft your website, it's going to have clear messaging. It's going to have great page structure. It's going to have great user flow. It's going to build trust. It's going to call people to action clearly and directly, and it's going to be optimized for mobile. When you hire the right person, you're not just buying a beautiful website, you're buying clarity, and you're also buying back your time. But let's talk about the big objection, cost. On paper, DIY looks cheaper. You might pay $20 for a website builder and maybe a little extra for some add-ons, maybe a little bit for templates, but the real cost is your time. Your frustration, a website launch that takes forever, missed leads, lost confidence. And honestly, if it's not done right, a DIY website can actually make your business look worse. It can actually harm your reputation in the sense that it makes you look a lot less professional online than you actually are. So back to my one-day website offer, how much does it cost? Well, a one-day website starts at $1,900. That includes a custom 5-page WordPress website that is designed, built, and launched in a single day. And yes, it's custom and it will be beautiful. Now, if you want something more advanced, more robust, those websites start at $5,000. And again, the price isn't just for a beautiful website, it's for clarity, it's for speed, and it's for peace of mind. And at the end of the day, you want something that's gonna make you look great online, make your company look great online, and be effective at helping your business actually grow. Now, many people think that DIY will take a weekend, but then it turns into weeks of editing, months of, half-finished pages, and a website that they're embarrassed to share. Most business owners don't fail because they can't figure it out. They fail because they don't have the time to keep figuring it out. You need to focus on your business, not your website. When you hire a web designer, the process will be tighter. A good web designer is going to help you make decisions faster, avoid rabbit holes, and launch sooner. One of my clients said this: "We launched faster than I thought possible, and the process actually felt smooth." That's the goal. But speed only matters if the website actually works. DIY websites often struggle because of unclear messaging, too much information, missing calls to action, and weak homepage structure. When you don't know what to say, either you say everything or you say nothing. And that creates confused visitors, and confused visitors leave. Professional websites should make 3 things clear: who you are, what you do, and what the visitor should do next. Good design doesn't replace marketing, but bad design can absolutely ruin it. So when does DIY make sense, and when should you hire? DIY makes sense if you're on a tight budget, the site is mostly informational, the website is not central to getting leads, you enjoy learning web tools, and you have more time than money. But if your website needs to help grow your business, that changes the decision. Hiring a web designer makes sense if your site needs to generate leads, if you want to build trust quickly, if you're tired of duct taping things together, if you're embarrassed to send people to your current site, and if you keep delaying the launch. Let me tell you about a client of mine named Leanne. She spent months learning WordPress. She could do it, she could build a website by herself, but she didn't want to keep doing that. She had other things she needed to be focusing on. And so she reached out to me, and I built her a website that she loved, and I did it quickly. And she finally felt proud to share it. Sometimes the issue isn't whether you can build the site, it's whether building the site is the best use of your time. That's exactly why I created the One Day website. The One Day website is intended for business owners who need a professional website without dragging the process out for months. It gives you a clear message, a clean design, 5-page WordPress website, a fast launch, and guidance before, during, and after the build day. It's not DIY chaos, and it's not a 6-month agency project. It's a focused, done-for-you process designed to get your site live fast. So if your site feels half-finished, foggy, or just off, you need clarity. You need a website built by a pro. So if that describes you, book a 15-minute call. We'll look at what's holding your website back, whether a one-day website makes sense in your case, and what your best next step should be. And if you're not a great fit, if this is not something that you decide you actually want to move forward on, no problem. That's totally cool. But if it is the right fit for you, then it's really going to solve your problem and give you a great website and save you a ton of time. So book your free 15-minute call with me today. Here's the bottom line. If your website doesn't need to do much, DIY might be fine. But if your website needs to help your business, it needs to be clear, strategic, and live. The wrong site can quietly cost you leads. The right site builds trust while you sleep. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.